Okay, so Team Tiff, you requested. Let me put this on. Oops. Do not disturb so we don't have any interruptions. Y'all told me to check out Tonya TKO and her thoughts on the whole Kevin Samuels ex-wife situation. As you can see, I'm not subscribed. I don't know much about her. So let's get into it.
Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh me, oh my. Oh my
Already I'm getting fish face feminist vibes, but okay.
gracious goodness me, oh my. Listen. Oh my goodness. Listen to what it is that
Another black woman, like extremely loud. Let me bring her down.
I'm hearing. We are hearing coming down the pipeline that Kevin Samuels' ex-wife, because you know he's been divorced twice, right? We're
Again, he doesn't have a problem admitting that he's divorced.
hearing that his ex-wife, hold on for a moment, let me just make sure that all right, okay, yeah, just wanted to make sure that we were in the midst of the broadcast. Yes, so come on, drop your comments below. So we hear Kevin Samuels' ex-wife is coming down the pipeline with an expose. So let's take a little look. Let's take a little look. Come on in, because, you know, if I go too soon, then people come in and be like, oh, what happened? What's going on? So come on in. Hurry up. Come on in. Thumbs up the video. I'm going to show you.
Get to the point.
A little snippet. Oh my gracious. Oh my gracious. Let me start getting my headphones together.
You know, I bet when Kevin Samuels was trying to be on the level that he is now, he wouldn't have never thought that, you know, it'd be his own people trying to take him down. Or maybe he would know that. Like,
let me start getting my headphones together. Come on in, everyone. Are we all gathered here today? All right, let's get this party started. Okay, hold on. Listen. I've been hearing the rumors have been coming down the pipeline all day. So now we getting ready to hear just a little bit more. Let's take a listen. Everyone. Is you all ready? Dearly beloved.
is y'all ready? How ghetto is that? And I'm reading right now saying she was on Dr. Oz, Bethany, Good Morning, Texas, E! Online. So that means this heifer is here in Texas with me. Did you go on their show talking about, is y'all ready to get started? And is y'all gonna give me a bunch of makeup? And is y'all gonna give me some contacts that don't make me look like my eyes are doing the crip walk on two different sides? Huh? My motherfucking... She can't even focus on one thing. One eye looking at us and the other eye is looking at her non-existent, right? Phantom man.
We are gathered here today for some epic.
Why are blacks so extra? Just get to the point.
Pain.
Oh, sorry. Shout out to Cassandra. Thank you so much for your donation. Also, shout out to Socially Detached. Let me show y'all this real fast because he is going to make my little one-on-one with the spiritual whistleblower come true. Let me show you. So he basically just told me I'll donate to book her and you go live with her when she's ready. Send me a request. I got a few bucks. So basically he wants to pay for me to book a session with this thing right here so that we can talk one-on-one. And also I intend on booking a session with Kevin Samuels as well with her. And I'm going to try my best for him to get one with K. Michelle. So yeah, now let's figure out who this Tonya TKO person is. She's already extra. Let's go back and look at that. for the idiot that was telling me, hold on, let's bring the brush out. You know we got to doodle. Doodle, not doo-doo. That was old and I was hating it. She's no longer fat. That was 7 months ago. You mean to tell me she lost over 200 pounds within 7 months? Or you just have a warped view of what big is? Because we're talking about the same group of women who would call a morbidly obese person thick instead of fat. But anyway.
When one victim comes forward, then the floodgates open up and all the other victims.
All right.
And guess what? One victim came forward and then all the others came forward and this nigga is sitting in jail right now. So if Harvey Weinstein, the Jew, the very filthy rich Jew in Hollywood, can get shut down, little bitty Kev Samuels, yeah. And I'm
a little bitty, coming from the person who hides the amount of subscribers that she has.
I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh at every last dude following his ass. Okay?
Oh my.
We'll see. We'll be sitting here watching the clock, waiting till the interview with his ex-wife breaks tomorrow.
You're such a hater. Who preys on someone's downfall or possible downfall? Who gets joy out of somebody being exposed? But this is the same person preaching about narcissism and wants you to book her for a session, all about positivity.
I'll be blessed.
She don't realize she's ruining her own brand.
And guess what? One victim came forward,
and
then all the others came forward, and this nigga is...
You know what? I have another video for you all. I have another video. Let's go back into the crate and see what else we can pull out about what others are saying. I heard about this on Clubhouse here, right? I heard about this on Clubhouse. So let's take a gander.
Oh God, not this Dusty. Oh no, I can't sit through that again. So basically, I hope no big bloggers will waste their time with this bullcrap. Cause this is not breaking news. I know, I can't deal with him. I cannot. Let's see what she has to say about it. I can't do the super simp again.
Okay, so now. There we have it. If you're just coming in, I've just played 2 videos for you all. Kevin Samuels'
If reaching was a person.
Ex-wife is coming forward on the blogs tomorrow. Somebody says that she's in contact with Kevin Samuels' ex-wife. Send me a message on TonyaTKO.com. Click on contact.
Look at this. He doesn't want to help his daughter pay for college, but talks about black women college debt. I just can't. Since when would her debt be his responsibility? Right? Also, you didn't do your research. You just ran with it. That's not his biological daughter.
And let's get this party started.
This reminds me of the conversation I was having with my dad the other day. He always raised me as, like, made me earn the money. Like, if I needed money, oh, come clean my house, come do it. Even though I was a daughter, and, you know, most men spoil their daughters, this is what the monster that you're breeding. I told him, I'm glad you never did that, because it made me know that, you know, I value money. You were teaching me not to make me feel entitled to a man's money. You made me earn it. You understand? Most women don't have that type of wisdom over them. My dad, no, just because he has 3 daughters, he's not going to do that.
You know, let's continue the party. This is very interesting.
A celebration of trying to tear a man down.
So he's talking about his expensive colognes, his perfumes. You know, he's talking about his expensive perfumes.
Trying to be funny, trying to call him GAY by saying perfume instead of cologne.
Toilettes. And he's talking about his quote-unquote expensive stuff. I mean, you all have talked about, I've seen him perusing the malls, but never at the register and never walking.
So now you're insinuating that he doesn't have enough money to buy this stuff. Again, none of his criticizers are addressing what he's saying because they know it's the truth. They just don't want to hear it. All this other extra stuff If you have a problem with him, address the problem.
Out with bags. So you all have said that. But nonetheless, I mean, everything comes full circle. But now this guy is saying the dude never graduated from college. That's interesting. I want to find out a little bit more about that.
Do you know how many people didn't graduate from college? So how is that breaking news?
You know, so let's continue. Let's continue.
Is what he's saying no longer valid because he didn't graduate from college, allegedly? No.
Going forward, I want to hear more. So listen, now you're talking about Kevin Kitten Heels. No
Look at
surprise.
this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Other races of women do not do this to their men on a consistent basis. It's a gender war like no other in the black community. Because a woman don't want to be a woman. Tommy Sotomayor said something I'll never forget before. The black race doesn't have women. Because the women want to be just as equal as the man.
Van Lee is saying.
So I'm still stuck on that comment that I got. With that lady saying that whistleblower isn't big anymore. So you're going to have to prove that to me. I just want to say that again.
Tonya, why are black women trying to deplatform our black content?
Thank you.
Creators?
Thank you.
We need to stop self-cannibalizing.
Why are you reading that? Like, that doesn't make sense what that person is saying. But you will read all that other bull crap, but not change your voice. You're being condescending.
Yes. All right, I hear you. Kitten Heels looks like...
See how they want to address it? They want to address it.
Back child support. Well, you know what? Listen, let's talk real quick. You know, Ku Klux Klan, Proud Boys, other people have been taken down for abusive language, abusive rhetoric against groups of people, like women.
Seriously. The women that he talks about are abusive and crazy and rude all by themselves without Kevin Samuel. You do know that, right? Kevin Samuels is just calling out the bad behavior, but instead of dealing with it, you want to get mad at the messenger. You want to shoot the messenger and not the actual people acting the way they do.
Oh, sorry. Because when it comes to race, black men seem to understand why people abusing black men need to not have a platform. But when it comes to the abuse and the degradation, the denigration of black women, all of a sudden, and
they're doing it to themselves. Who made them fat? Themselves. Who made them ratchet and wearing nightcaps outside and putting all this weave in their hair? Who did that? Themselves.
Man had some rags tied up on his head and all of this. I guess he's Hotepian or whatever that may have.
You're going to call out a rag on his head when half the women have weave and hair that touches a freaking horse booty on their head. I just wish if they would wear another woman's hair with her DNA in it, that some of that nice feminine DNA from the Asians will get inside of them.
And he got some rags tied up around his head, attempting to look ancient, but his thoughts are brand new. You know what I'm saying? Talking about why are people trying to deplatform. Listen, son, just sit your black ass down. Just sit down.
You mean like you? Because you'll never work out?
Go somewhere. Bet there.
How you going to tell them to go somewhere and sit down? You can't go somewhere if you're sitting down.
Someplace and sit your ass down. Let the women will handle this.
No, that's the problem. The women have been handling this in the black community so much. That's why so much dysfunction, because we're emotional beings. Men know how to set that stuff aside and lead.
There is a person.
There shouldn't be a shock when I see black people and their parents are still married. When I see black people my age, I'm like, really? They're still together? Like, that shouldn't be surprising.
Is in violation of the YouTube terms of service.
No, it's not. See, she's getting me mad. She's getting me mad. Just because you don't agree, you don't flag. First of all, you're a snitch if you flag it. But if you flag, it should be because it goes against the community guidelines. He does not go against the community guidelines. Just because you don't like it. But you ain't flagging down these rappers calling you a B and a hoe every goddamn day. Oh, all right. I thought somebody with, you know what I'm saying, a Kuta Kente slayed down blonde hairstyle had something to say. I thought they said something. With them dry flowers in your background, I guarantee you a man didn't buy them for you. You bought them yourself. That's embarrassing. Every time I look in the store, if I see a white person, 9 times out of 10, she with her husband and their kids. When I see a Hispanic woman, 9 times out of 10, she with her husband and their children. When I see a black woman, 9 times out of 10, I see her and her kids that possibly have multiple baby daddies. That's not a problem for you? Oh, no. Kevin's the problem because he's calling it out. Okay.
We all have the ability to flag videos that are harassing or bullying people.
Did he force those women to come onto his platform? No. They said they wanted his advice. Half of them are not saying they're being bullied. So why are you saying they're being bullied?
Why is it that black women who are coming forward saying this message is abusive, we don't feel protected? This is why people don't...
Who wants to protect something that way more than them? Always got an attitude, always want to argue, and say they don't need a man. So why do you want their protection? You should have wore some protection and you won't be a single mother or a... Bruh.
Have respect for...
You sound dumb. A condom doesn't necessarily mean it'll prevent pregnancy. You're right, but that shows that the woman was responsible enough to at least try.
Black men as a collective, and you don't really understand that respect from other men starts with what your family unit looks like, starts with what your finances, your generational wealth, and your power looks like. But they're so busy running after what other races of men squirt out of their penis, thinking that that makes a better woman, that their DNA is better. So don't speak to me, miss me. Miss me with the BS. The rest of us are gathered here. If you did look, the title of the video is very clear. If you don't want to be here, you could click out. So listen, look, okay. All right. Absolutely. Nicole is saying KS has owed child support for more than 10 years. So his 20-year-old daughter hasn't had child support since she was 10.
Again. He is not that girl's biological father, so he is not responsible for taking care of her. That's what's wrong with you black women. You expect a man to take care of your kids that you had before you met him. Pussy already deformed. You should get an SSI check for your vagina. Yeah.
Did those dudes get off on seeing black women put down? What else would exactly?
Put down. Translation, telling them what they don't want to hear, although it's truthful. Why don't you put down a plate? You and Big Shirley.
Exactly. Why is that guy here? You were the best. Listen. Well, exactly. You know, maybe they support him because they want to find a way to get out of their own child support because they care so little about themselves. When I tell you
I want men to get out of child support. I do. So what's wrong with that? He can pay that woman directly. But the woman don't want that. They want to go through the system to make sure they keep getting paid every time he gets a check. They don't care if that man can't pay his own bills. See, most child support is just, resentment. It's just being trifling. It's just all that different stuff. Mad because he left. That's why you're pursuing child support most of the time.
What's special is we just finished having an all-day event on Valentine's Day where we did the day of healing and the night of fun where we went all day.
Oh my God, who said that? Kevin might go down and others will rise. The problem doesn't go away if Kevin does. Y'all never learn.
Toxic patterns, etc. And you know what I learned, what I just thought about today when I was in this room on Clubhouse? You know the stats that talk about black men married? A portion of those black men who make up the statistics for how many black men get married are gay black men who married other men.
Look, she said, Smokey said, so it's time to flag you for spam and misleading information.
They take up, one side of it and then the other side of it to increase the statistics of how many black men are married.
Look at it. Look at this. Felicia. I saw that one video of Kevin Samuels. I think, you're average at best. I refuse to subscribe to his toxic abuse of black women. But yes, I'm on here to have my opinion about a man that I didn't want to take the time to watch more content of to actually be able to understand him. Which further proves my point that black women don't want to understand black men. They just want to be right.
Like in 2012.
And half of them want to be white. Because Becky with the good hair can secure a good man, a high value man in her prime. And y'all want to do it after you didn't hit the wall.
Black men were the least married men in society, even less than black women.
I want statistics. When Kevin gives his statements, he tells us where we can find it.
Fractionally smaller because most black women were waiting around for black men. And when we have older abusive, quote unquote, gurus like Grandpa Kitten Heels.
Told you, we shouldn't be able to hear you sip.
Or attempting to tell black women that they need to lower their standards instead of attempting to find ways to help men raise up their viability as freaking men in society. Instead, you want to tell black women to just lower...
They do need to lower their standards so they can lower their weight.
Lower themselves, right? Oh, a Cash App just came through. Thank you. We got T, who just came in with $15 for Love You.
See something. Let's be real. This likely won't affect him too negatively with black men since a lot of them hate child support. So if anything, this will make the deadbeats relate to him more. You know what? Nothing. I'll just put it in my description. Y'all can find my Instagram where I go in on this child support and all this and these ratchet females. Do that. I'll put that in the link. Go ahead. I just won't say what I was about to say.
I appreciate that. I'm going to send you back a heart.
I just hate how they make it seem like black men don't care about their kids. When a black man leaves his woman, he's separating from his woman, not his children. And that doesn't mean most of these women abuse child support. That's why they don't want to pay it. They don't want to pay it because their kid is still calling them, telling them they need something. Well, that should have came out of the child support that he just gave her mother or his mother. That's why I'm trying to come up with, if I can find that old video that I did, to pass some laws to where everything that they buy with child support has to be documented. And if they misuse it for anything other than for their children, it gets cut off like food stamps. Gets cut off like unemployment. If you are not actively seeking a job, they will cut you off. Like you cut off all them naps and thought you was going to slick it down with some Gorilla Glue. Yeah. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I'll be 30 in May. My brother is 32. One of my brothers. My dad is still paying for us weekly after they took $52,000 from the money that he saved up working as a truck driver to get a house. That money didn't go to my mom. She only got $7,000 of that $52,000. And guess what that 50-something thousand went? Guess. The Attorney General's office. Scam.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm glad you agree. Absolutely. Absolutely it's a scam.
So, I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts on all of this because we spent hours today talking, and one black man after another, like a person primping down.
It's not even funny. Why are they laughing like this? Funny, Grandma Kitten Heels.
Kept coming out to talk about how they don't see what's the problem, what's this, he's speaking truth,
Thank you.
This, he that. Well, the people who were talking about the didn't do's and the didn't do nothing and the this, that, and the other, some of the stuff that they say, some of it comes up as truth in between all of the abuse and the name calling and all of that. Does that mean that we should give them ear? Come on now. We're waiting for the oh my gracious, we're waiting for the ex-wife to come out with her tea spilling tomorrow. And on that note, I'm going to see you all.
Tea spilling? Really? What's there to spill? Like...